Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our kitchen. I'm Gordy Galusha,
I'm Nancy Ostrash.
and this is our 283rd program, which is fantastic to me, I think. I love it. And today we're going to be making a Scandinavian cabbage soup and bacon biscuit cups and a lemon dump cake, and we're going to start off with Nancy.
Thank you very much. So, one of the main ingredients of my soup is cabbage, and we are filming this right after St. Patrick's Day. And of course you buy cabbage and corned beef and carrots and all that, and usually get a good sized cabbage, and there'll be some left over. And what do I do with it? I'm not a big cabbage person, or cutting it up is a problem. But anyways, what can I do to use some of it up? And this is a recipe that I've not made before, like most of them, and but it uses some cabbage, and we all like soup. So in this container here, I have chopped up already 3 cups of cabbage, a cup of chopped onion, a cup of chopped celery, and a cup of thin sliced carrots. And to start, I have to saute these all. In 4 tablespoons of butter or margarine. So that's what I have to take time to do this. And while this is happening, I will turn it over to Gordy to make her dessert.
This morning I'm going to be making a lemon dump cake, and it's very easy. It only has 4 ingredients to start off with. I'm going to put in a 1.5 cans of lemon pie filling. I'm going to spread this out in my pan. This cake only has 4 ingredients, so it shouldn't take too long to make it. I might as well use the rest of it up.
Well, we often comment, don't we, on cooking shows on TV, how the chef will leave stuff in the in the bowl, and we are more frugal than they are, and oh, they've left a 1/2 cup of.
I always said to myself, use what's in the bowl and what's on the spoon, and put it in your recipe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to put sliced cream cheese on top of this. This is going to be messy. This softened up faster than I wanted it to. And gently push it down into the lemon pie filling. Well, I'm just going to take it like this and put it in here. Push it down into the lemon pie filling there. I was hoping it would be still hard by the time I got over here, but it didn't. Whoops. My fingers are clean, so we'll just put it in there like that. Push it gently down into your lemon pie filling. Okay, I got little pieces here. Stick a little more. Pat it down into the. Okay, on top of that, I'm going to sprinkle a yellow cake mix. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. It's a lemon supreme cake mix put out by Duncan Hines. And you spread that on top of your cream cheese. Well, I made a mess already. I used confectionery sugar a little while the other day.
Yeah.
I had it all over my kitchen, on the floor. I'm terrible when it comes to that stuff. So I'm going to, okay. And then on top of that, I'm going to put pats of butter. There's many different ways that you can make dump cakes. I'm going to put this into a 350 degree oven now for 35 minutes. Oh gee. "35 minutes, we'll see the results of the lemon dump cake."
Okay, Gertie, thank you. That gave me time to cook down my trilogy, or whatever we call the carrots, the onion, and the celery, and also cabbage. Doesn't take long to put the soup together. It's chopping everything up that takes the time. So now I'm going to add a normal size 14.5 or whatever these are now, cream corn to the soup. This is going to be a very healthy soup, lots of vegetables. 1 cup of frozen peas, which they're thawing. And they will, of course, thaw when. Very colorful, too.
Very spring-like, huh?
Yeah.
Springy soup.
Okay, and now, how about some liquid? I want 2 cups of chicken broth. And 1 cup. Okay. So this one has 4 cups in it, and I only want 2 cups. And 2 cups of milk. I'm using 2%. And I want a teaspoon of dried thyme. And a quarter of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, I like garlic powder. I may do a little bit more than a quarter of a teaspoon. And salt and pepper to taste. Okay, we're going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes or so. Okay. And I'm going to set up for my other recipe, so we will break so I can clean up and set up. All right, it took me a little while to set things up for the next recipe. You'll see why in a minute, but I'm going to start out with, this is the bacon biscuit cups. And I'll tell you right from the start that I am substituting Italian sausage for bacon. If you're going to use bacon, which has become very expensive, you need 8 strips that you've cooked and crumbled. So I used Italian sausage, sweet Italian sausage that I have cooked up, browned, and we'll be using it in a little while. In this bowl here, I have an 8-ounce package of cream cheese that I have softened, and I am going to add to that 3 tablespoons of milk. And 1 egg. And I'm going to beat it together with an electric mixer. I did get the cream cheese out early enough. With my husband's help. He gets up earlier than I do. To this mixture, I'm going to add a half a cup of shredded Swiss cheese. And I've said many times before, I usually do my own shredding of cheese with a brick of cheese, like cheddar or whatever, instead of buying the bag of shredded. And also a green onion scallion, that's what I call them, sliced. Okay. I think I will put a little salt in.
It's not baking at all. Son of a gun.
Okay. These mixture is going to go into muffin tins, and I've made 12 of them with refrigerator biscuits. And you look for the 12-ounce one. They give you 12 separate biscuits. Well, I didn't find, and I had to buy the larger one, which is a 16-ounce. And you want to take each biscuit and in a muffin tin sprayed, you're going to put them into each muffin cup and press them down. And they just slip back. Got the other one over here. And a comment about this recipe is this was the most tedious part of the recipe.
Putting the biscuits in the...
Yes. In the muffin tins.
They look good.
So I'm going through and pressing them out again. Now, this is when you would sprinkle some of the bacon in the bottom of each biscuit. I am sprinkling a little bit of Italian sausage. You also spray the muffin tins before you put the biscuit. Because now we're going to spoon this mixture, this cream cheese and egg mixture, into the top of these. So, I'm going to get a small spoon to just get it all over you. That's okay.
Got my confectionery sugar disease. These are going to go into a 375-degree oven and cook for about 20 minutes to 25. You'll want to check them to make sure that they're, you'll have to check. Okay. Since the cake is in there too, I'm being very careful. Has it started to bake, Nancy?
Yes, it's getting brown. Okay, well, we will break now and wait for these things to cook, bake, and I think we'll be coming back here before we go to our table. Okay, a little topping off of my two recipes. This is the soup we made, and it's been simmering with all the vegetables, and so to top it off, I'm going to stir in 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And it's going to melt in. And then with my little biscuit cups, hopefully they came out good, but what I did was I took some more of that Italian sausage or the bacon bits, and I put some on top of the cooked and pressed them in a little bit. So those are the two things to top off those two recipes. So when we come back, we'll be at our table. Okay, well, welcome back to our table. As we said earlier in the show, this is number 283. We're filming this just after St. Patrick's Day, so we're in March, and I was looking for a recipe to use up some of my cabbage that I bought for the corned beef, and I came up with the Scandanavian cabbage soup. Pretty easy to put together. It just takes a while, which a lot of soups do, to fix the vegetables, because I have in the beginning 3 cups of cabbage chopped, and celery and onion and carrot, and that is sauteed down for about 10 minutes, and then that's easy. And then I added a can of cream corn and a cup of frozen peas and 2 cups of milk and 2 cups of chicken broth and some seasoning of thyme, salt and pepper, and garlic powder. And you let that simmer for a while, and then when you're ready to serve it, you stir in 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. And then these biscuit cups that I baked, they look good, I hope, because I hadn't done it before, but it's taking the refrigerator biscuits and pulling them apart and putting them into muffin tins, cups, and that takes a little time. And the filling was made of a package of cream cheese, blended together or beaten together with milk and an egg, and then a half a cup of shredded Swiss cheese, and a scallion chopped up, that's the green onion. And then I and then the original recipe is for bacon biscuit cups, and you would take 8 slices of bacon, which bacon's gotten pretty expensive, and cook them down and crumble them up. And in the bottom of the refrigerated biscuit mix in the tin, sprinkle a little of the bacon, and then spoon that filling over the top. And then when I finished baking them, I pressed on, because I used Italian sausage, and just to set it off, you would put some, either the bacon crumbled that you had left over, or I used the Italian sausage. So we'll see. We hope they look okay. And I'm going to turn it over to Gordy now for her dessert.
Today I made a lemon dump cake, which only has 4 ingredients, and so it doesn't take too long to make it. I have a 9 by 13 pan here, and the first thing that I did, I put in 2 cans of lemon pie filling, and then I cut up some cream cheese, and I put that all over the lemon pie filling. And then I put a yellow, not a yellow, but a supreme yellow lemon cake mix, and I sprinkled that on the top. And then I cut up small pats of butter, and I put that on top of the cake pan, of the cake mix. And then you put it in the oven for 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes, and this is what you have: cake that it looks good, and it is good. And I hope you try it, because it only has 4 ingredients. So if you would like any of these recipes, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Dalton Community Cable, 151 Park Avenue, Dalton, Mass. 01226. And that's all, folks, from our kitchen today. Have a great day.